Hey, it's Kelly from QS and Ion, and today I'm here with some cards from Amonkhet, courtesy of our friends at Card Kingdom. They mailed us an entire set of Amonkhet lands, everything, rares, even some sleeves, and some deck boxes. And our marching orders are to build them into 40 card decks as a way to explore the sub-themes within Amonkhet without conflating them with standard or normal deck constructing procedures for competitive Magic. This series is all about finding the synergies within the set, building casual decks that you and your friends can play grab-and-go style. Now, as I've explained in other videos, the idea here is that these should play like the best sealed decks you've ever opened. Our other videos have included my blue-green Nissa deck and Tarkhan's black-white zombies deck. But today I want to talk about one we haven't featured yet, however I teased it during our opening video when we opened the box of all the cool stuff Card Kingdom sent us. So as I mentioned in that video, the red-green deck, mainly because of the red cards, powers out a sub-theme of doubling damage and doubling up on things. So the obvious key card is our mythic legendary, the Voice of Dissent. The ability to cast a 6-power creature on your opponent's end step because of flash. And just to be clear, I understand that says 3 power, but double strike there means 6. However, double strike also means that increasing the creature's power by 1 really increases the damage output by 2. So when paired with the rest of these cards, I think you'll very quickly see where we're going. Card number 2 that enables this strategy, the other creature, is the Combat Celebrant, another mythic. Huge power for the mana cost, and exerting it has huge value when you're suddenly attacking twice with a double striker. If you can get white into your deck, then you can use the Voice of Dissent's ability to untap another target creature and exert this every single turn. So now you've got 2 combat steps and a double striker. Once you've got this going on the board, you can start moving on to the bigger tricks, which is the insult half of Insult to Injury. Just doubling damage straight up for 3 mana. Not too bad. Now it doesn't give double strike, so you don't actually get the first strike combat damage step for non-double strike creatures, which could matter. But in this case, really all you care about is X damage becomes 2X damage, becomes 4X damage, becomes 8X damage. Now, when you've got double damage, double strike, and double attack steps, well, there's one missing piece, and I think you can see it over here. Another red mythic. When you're missing all of those things, all you need is another turn itself to do double attacks, double damage, double strike. So without pumping the Voice of Dissent, you attack for 3 and double it for 6. Double strike for 12. Attack again for 24. When your opponent attempts to start their turn on their upkeep step before they draw, you end the turn and die at the end of your next turn, when you then attack for 3, 6, 12, 24, 48 damage. Probably enough to kill even through the zombies deck's blockers and through all its life gain. So, this is the way I like to play Magic. One of our staff members, Brian DeMars, won a Star City Open using a double strike deck, the Teamer Battle Rage deck from Fate Reforged. And I just love playing that Magic. It harkens me back to the era of Bloodlust and Berserk when I was a kid. Bloodlust gave +4 power, and Berserk doubled the creature's power, and it died at the end of the turn. So there were tons and tons of combos that involved like Bloodlust and Giant Growth to give the creature +7, Berserk it to double its power and just kill your opponent. So I've really had an affinity for those since day one. And when I saw these 4 cards in Amonkhet together, along with some pump spells and some other really efficient red creatures, I thought to myself, well, I have to make the double strike deck. So you've got other cards you can put in, like your on-color gods. The green god pumps power, so it's perfect for getting multiplier effects. The red god doesn't really do a whole lot. But the green god right now is in the Nissa deck over here. And as you can see, it cares about how big things' powers are, and it pumps things up. A little bit of anti-synergy because double strike doesn't increase power, but it does increase damage output. So switching on Ronus's 4+ power trigger so he can become an actual attacking creature doesn't necessarily synergize with what you're doing, But because we have so many ways to increase the power of creatures, and we do have quite a few creatures above 4 power, or sorry, at or above 4 power, you can usually switch them on. Well, now the Ronos, though, it's going back in the blue-green deck because it needs it more right now. But I cannot wait to see if Tarkhan can stand up to my quad damage deck. So I think I'm going to rip apart his stupid little zombies deck. Like, what is this? He's casting 2-mana 2/2s. Like, he's playing Grizzly Bears against me, and I'm playing these. So I think I'm going to crush him. But, you know, he's confident, he's a little arrogant, and I think that, you know, when we play, I'm just going to, you know, play a defensive game, make him think I got a bad hand, and then when he's not looking, I'm going to kill him from 20. So that's what I'm saying. That's the trash I'm talking. We'll see if my deck can stand up to it. So keep tuning into these. I'm going to keep putting them out. We're going to do decks for every color pair. We're going to battle. We're going to really understand the sub-themes. And thank you again to our buddies at Card Kingdom. They're great to work with. My colleagues sell them cards and buy cards from them all the time. They've got a really fair store credit program. And they hooked us up with a bunch of free Magic cards so we can make videos for you. They ship them halfway across the world because I live in Asia. And they're just classy guys all around. Guys and gals. They have everybody. Guys, gals, and robots, really. They're classy everything. So we're going to keep working with them to bring you awesome video content. They're going to keep sending us stuff for us to demo for you. And we're just going to keep bringing you great information, not just finance, but understanding the mechanics of each new edition that comes out. So you can make good trading decisions based on actual gameplay. So for example, this card may not be standard playable right now, or any competitive format playable right now. But when you get to use it in the context of the cards it was designed for, all these double striking cards, all of these other cards from Amonkhet, you really get a sense of what the designers were trying to do here. And then as standard rotates, as people play new formats, you have a huge leg up when you understand evaluating card fundamentals like we just did. So I'm going to leave that here. This is already getting pretty long, but please hit me up and tell me what other card combos you want to see me work with, what other deck archetypes, or any questions you have about how Amonkhet cards play together. So thank you so much for watching. Keep checking in. We're going to keep these coming. Same with when Hour of Devastation drops. We're going to just keep adding those cards to these decks and really grilling the fundamentals. So I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.